Halo semuanya, balik lagi bareng si Pancing Gaming di sini. Kali ini aku bakal ngebahas tentang Marvel Snap ya. Karena Legend of Runeterra reveal tadi malam cuma 2, jadi kayaknya tuh bakal aku ikutin nanti sama champion yang terakhir, dan kemungkinan besar mungkin nanti malam bakal live untuk menunggu champion terakhir ya, yaitu adalah si Annie kalau nggak salah. Oh iya, bener sih bakal Annie ya. Soalnya udah keluar di salah satu gambar reveal kemarin malam gitu. Nah, di sini kali ini aku bakal ngebahas tentang gameplaynya Marvel Snap. Jadi udah ada videonya tentang 13 menit. Jadi kita nanti bakal lihat videonya sambil aku komentarin ya, sambil aku terangin kalian gimana cara mainnya gitu. Oke, kita bisa mulai aja langsung di sini.
Greetings, this is Ben Brode from Second Dinner.
Ini Ben Brode ya.
I got a couple full games of Marvel Snap to show you today. I'll pause them to cover some high-level details and strategy. I can't wait to show it to you. Let's jump in.
Langsung ke
Today I'm
gameplaynya
going to be
ya.
playing a ranked match. There's going to be something at
Oh,
stake. The game's
coba
all
dia
cosmic
lagi
cube.
coba
One
bermain
cosmic
rank
cube
match
gives
ya.
you ultimate power, but what's better than one cosmic cube is every cosmic cube from every dimension in the multiverse. That's what Marvel Snap's about. That's how we determine your rank. So the more cosmic cubes you have, the higher your rank on the ranked leaderboard.
Oke, berarti kita kayak katanya tadi semakin banyak ini Cosmic Cube kita tuh semakin tinggi rank kita gitu. Jadi nanti kita bakal ngumpulin Cosmic Cube ya. Kalau ingin rank kita tinggi kalau bisa main rank gitu.
The winner of this match is going to win one cosmic cube, and the loser is going to lose one cosmic cube, and your rank is.
Terus kalau kita apa tadi namanya bilang kalau kita kalah itu bakal kehilangan satu Cosmic Cube, kalau menang bisa kehilangan satu Cosmic Cube gitu.
Going to go either up or down based on that. My opponent today is Hamilton, and I'm playing a deck that tries to buff my own cards, and the first location here is Wakandan Embassy. Wakandan Embassy gives +2 power to cards in both players' hands, so all the cards that started in my hand are going to get an extra little bonus here. Every location has a different, unique ability.
Kayaknya posisiku di sini aja lah ya. Atau kita pindah. Di sini kayaknya nutupin sih. Berarti di sini aja paling bagus sudah. Walaupun geser dikit biar mukanya si John boardnya kelihatan ya.
We don't know what the other two are going to be just yet. They're going to reveal themselves next turn and the turn after that. The goal of the game is to win 2 out of 3 locations. So if I can win 2 out of 3 locations, then I win the game.
Oke, jadi goals dari game Marvel Snap ini kita harus bisa menangin 2 region dari 3 region yang ada gitu. Jadi hampir sama kayak konsepnya kalau kalian pernah main Artifact kan kayak gitu juga ya. Ada 3 lane, itu kalian harus menang 2 lane dari ketiganya, itu bakal jadi pemenangnya gitu. Nah, di sini hampir sama seperti Marvel Snap, tapi kalau di sini itu tempatnya tadi bilangnya adalah region atau place ya. Oh, win location ya, namanya adalah di sini adalah location ya. Dan location sendiri kalau kalian lihat di sini tuh ada powernya gitu, ataupun ada kayak efeknya gitu. Kayak si Wakandan Embassy ini dia ngasih +2 power to card in player hand. Berarti kalau di tangan semua pemain itu bakal nambah +2 powernya gitu.
And if you have more power on your side of the location than your opponent has on their side of the location, then you're winning that location. You gotta win 2 out of 3 to win the game. So
nah, terus ada katanya dia bilang juga untuk memenangkan sebuah lokasi kita tuh bakal besar-besaran power yang ada di lokasi tersebut. Jadi hampir sama kalau kalian pernah main Gwen. Nah, Gwen itu bentuknya adalah besar-besaran power ya, bukan seperti Runeterra ataupun Hearthstone yang menggunakan kayak ada life point-nya gitu. Tapi kalau di sini kita besar-besaran power gitu. Nah, kalau nggak salah tuh kalau kalian bisa lihat ini ya, di kartu-kartu ini kan ada kayak sebelah kanannya ada kayak 4, 7, 3, 2 itu menurutku kayaknya itu adalah powernya gitu. Jadi kita bakal banyak-banyakan power di setiap lokasi ini gitu.
Turn 1, I have 1 energy to spend. You get a little more energy each turn. Only 1 card I have in my hand that costs 1 is Yondu. Yondu is going to add 2 power to a location, and also when he reveals himself to my opponent, he's going to destroy the top card of my opponent's deck.
Oke. Jadi di sini adalah ada Yondu ya. Dia mainin Yondu dulu. Terus ternyata ada efeknya juga ya di sini. Kayak Yondu ini ada on reveal, remove the top card of your opponent deck gitu. Kayak gitu-gitu ya. Terus kayaknya ini adalah mananya gitu. Jadi di sini tetap main mana, di sini ada mananya di sini. Warna biru paling bawah tengah itu mananya.
Which will give me a little more information about what kind of deck my opponent is playing here. Now, turns are played simultaneously in this game, so while I am thinking about what I want to do, my opponent's thinking about what
Oke,
they want
mainnya
to do.
adalah
We
gantian ya.
both
Kalau
have a
kita
turn,
main,
there are
terus
choices
musuhnya
between each
main
other.
gitu
Yondu
seperti
destroys
biasa.
Nightcrawler there. My opponent plays Hawkeye, which gives him a little
Musuhnya
bonus
main
if
Hawkeye ya.
he
If
plays
you play
another
card
card to
per
that
next
location
turn, plus
next
2
turn. So
power
that's a
ya.
bit of a hint for me that he might play another card to the Wakandan Embassy next turn. And the middle location here is Avengers Compound. It says on turn 5, all cards must
Oke, di sini like question kedua baru keluar ya.
on turn 5. The game is only 6 turns long. It's pretty short.
Oh, gitu ya. Ternyata gamenya tuh cuma 6 turn aja. Ternyata di sini ya, kalau dilihat di kanan bawah tuh ada 6 aja. Nah, terus semua lokasi ini itu keluarnya adalah setiap turn 1 ya. Berarti turn 1 bakal keluar ini dari kiri, terus turn 2 keluar yang tengah, turn 3 keluar dari yang ke terakhir ini. Jadi kayak gitu ya. Jadi nanti kalau muncul semua tuh harusnya di turn 4 tuh baru muncul semua lokasi apa aja yang harus yang bisa kita lihat gitu. Karena setiap lokasi itu kayak ada efeknya. Yang di tengah aja ini adalah Avengers Compound ya. On turn 5 all card must be played here. Jadi ketika turn 5 kita harus mainin semua kartu cuma bisa di sini ya. Jadi kita udah nggak bisa mainin kartu di sini ataupun di sini. Berarti harus cuma bisa mainin di lokasi kedua gitu. Sama seperti halnya nanti ngefek juga ke lawan gitu. Oke, kita lanjut lagi ke videonya.
Short, and you have to be winning 2 out of 3 locations at the end of turn 6 in order to win the game. So I have a few options here on turn 2. I can play Mr. Sinister, who splits in half and creates a copy of himself. And I can play Forge, who has already been buffed by Wakandan Embassy and gives the next card I play +2 power. So actually, Mr. Sinister
The next card you power,
split and get 2 more powerful copies. My opponent played Star-Lord, which
berarti kalau kalian lihat itu berarti kita pertama main itu bakal itu ya, ketutup dulu ya. Jadi nanti kalau pindah turn baru kebuka ya. Soalnya efeknya tuh on reveal ya. Kalau nggak salah di sini.
Probably be quite good because if he guesses where I'm going to play, he gets an extra bonus. But he played it to Wakandan Embassy to buff his Hawkeye, and I didn't play there, so he didn't get the bonus. So it's turn 3. Let's see what the third location is going to be.
Okay,
The Space Throne. Wow.
Okay.
So it's only one card.
Kan di sini udah turn 3 baru keluar kan lokasi yang
Normally I
ketiganya.
want to play a bunch of cards to try and get the highest power I can, but Space Throne means I should just play my highest card, I think. It will overcome my opponent's highest card at that location. I played Forge last turn, so the next card I play is going to have +2 power. So I'm going to play...
Jadi di sini Space Throne adalah only one card can be here for each player. Jadi kita cuma bisa mainin lokasi 3 ini cuma satu hero aja ya. Gitu. Jadi nggak bisa kita 2 gitu. Nah, kalau kalian lihat kalau nggak salah tuh nanti total tuh ada 4 di sini. Dan itu nggak bisa dirubah kalau nggak salah. Nah, di sini kalau ada kayak Space Throne gini cuma bisa 1 karena itu adalah efeknya dari lokasi tersebut ya.
Brood. And Brood is going to make 2 extra copies of itself. And that's great with Forge because all of the copies will have 2 extra power. Oh, my opponent played Electro, which destroys an enemy 1-cost card at that location, so it destroys my Yondu. But I get 2 extra Broodlings. I have a lot of 6-power Broodlings now at Wakandan Embassy. I have 18 power there. That's huge.
Broodling bisa pecah gini ya. Waduh, mantap banget. Tapi kayaknya langsung itu yang penuhin tempat ya.
I will have to play to Avengers Compound. I really want to get Namor, as big as I can get Namor. So I'm going to play Nakia here, and that buffs all the cards in my hand by giving all the
all cards in your hand plus 2 power
ya. Energy, so I'm going to play Ant-Man as well. It's a little bit risky because you can only have 4 cards at a location. Playing Ant-Man means that I won't be able to play any more cards to Wakandan Embassy. It gives my opponent a lot of information about how strong I am there, but it's going to be a lot of power. I feel pretty good about being able to win Wakandan Embassy.
Di sini dari sini udah jaraknya udah jauh banget ya, 18
all the cards in my
ya.
hand, giving them +2 power. My Namor's getting bigger and bigger, which is really helpful for me to try and affect my strategy. Oh, my opponent plays Spider-Man. Spider-Man.
Efeknya bagus banget.
Webs up a location, making it so you can't play there next turn.
Oh, ada efek kayak gini ya, dikasih web gini. Ternyata tuh ketika ke reveal, your opponent can play card at this location next turn. Berarti kita nggak bisa naruh hero di sini ya. Berarti kita harusnya si board ini cuma bisa di lokasi 3 ya. Karena si lokasi yang pertama ini udah penuh gitu. Dan lokasi
turn.
kedua nggak
And
bisa dimainin.
because of Avengers Compound, I have to play there and nowhere else. So I actually can't play any cards this turn. I can't even play Namor to the Space Throne. This is terrible for me. I just have to do nothing and end my turn. I drew Captain America. He's useless. Mr. Sinister, useless. I just have to watch while my opponent does whatever they want to bolster their own side.
Oke, dia cuma nggak, oh ya dia nggak bakal
Iron
ngeluarin
Man. Oh no, Iron Man
hero
doubles
ya
the power to
di sini.
location.
Oh,
Now he's got 4
Iron Man
power
double
to
the power ya.
So my play is just to play Namor to Space Throne, maybe get a little extra power to try and win tiebreakers by playing Mr. Sinister to the middle location. But this is not like
Oh, kalian bisa lihat di
little
sini
extra
nih.
power to try and win
Jadi kan si Namor mananya 4 ya. Terus tadi dia juga main si Sinister ya. Dan ini adalah turn terakhir karena ini adalah final turn. Jadi
Namor to
si
Space
board
Throne,
si board ini harus naruh di Space Throne ya jika pengen menang gitu kan.
But this is not looking great for me. If he has that big
Saya lokasi kedua ini udah nggak bisa dimenangin ya.
Something really important to note about the last turn of the game is that the cubes at stake will double at the end of the game, which means at this point it is my last opportunity to think about, am I going to win this game or am I going to lose this game? Because if I'm going to lose, I should bail out right now and retreat while the stakes are still at 1. But if I stay in and see how this game ends, then I have to risk 1 more cube. So the winner, if I stay in, the winner's going to win 2 cubes and the loser's going to lose 2 cubes. It'll be a little bit more of an impactful game towards my rank. And
Oke, menarik banget ya. Jadi kalau pas terakhir gini sampai turn 6, jadi itu nanti cube-nya tuh bakal jadi 2 gitu. Jadi kita bakal kayak apa ya, yang menang dapat 2, yang kalah bakal berkurang 2 gitu. Nah, kalau kita dilihat misal kita udah kalah ya, mending kita retreat aja. Kenapa? Itu nanti kita bakal kehilangan 1 cube aja. Tapi kalau kita lanjut, tetap maksudnya maksa ya, kita maksa padahal kita udah kelihatan kalah. Nah, kalau kalah itu bakal berkurang 2. Tapi kalau menang itu bakal plus 2 gitu. Jadi kayak kita apa ya, main itu ya, main game ya. Jadi main game banget ya di sini. Jadi kan di turn terakhir kan nggak bakal bisa kelihatan kartunya apa ya, jadi kita bakal deg-degan banget dan bakal harus nempatin yang tepat gitu ya. Contohnya kayak gini ya, The Space Throne ini kan cuma 1, berarti cuma si Broad ini sama si Partnip ini lawannya itu bakal bertanding di lokasi terakhir ini dah, tergantung hero terakhir ini itu apa gitu. Nah, karena si board ini udah menang di lokasi pertama, sedangkan lawannya adalah di lokasi kedua juga udah dimenangin, jadi kan imbang skornya 1-1. Terus ini adalah terakhir adalah finalnya di Space Throne itu. Jadi di sini adalah tergantung hokinya aja sih ya, dan tergantung kartunya dari lawannya bakal kayak apa gitu. Oke, kita lanjut aja.
I'm feeling pretty good. I got Namor pretty high. I think I'm going to win this game, so I'm sticking it out. We'll see how it goes.
Oke, nomornya 9. Kita lihat musuhnya apa. Oh, Magnetonya cuma 12 ya. Oh, on reveal move all opposing 3 and 4 cost card to this location. Tapi ini bagus efeknya. Tapi sayangnya The Space Throne cuma bisa 1 aja. Dan tulisannya di sini allocation full. Jadi hoki sekali ya si Broad ini. Semisal ini bisa diisi, kayaknya dia bakal kalah sih. Karena dari efeknya Magneto ini ya.
Because the Space Throne can only have 1 card in it, so that's less power than Namor thanks to my Nakia, which means I win that location, which means I win 2 out of 3 locations, and I've won the game, and the cubes have doubled, so I get 2 cubes, moving myself even further up the ranks.
Itu adalah game pertama, ini masuk ke game yang keduanya.
Here is X-Mansion at the end of turn 3 at a random card here for each player.
Oke, ini adalah lokasi pertama, langsung keluar karena baru mulai di turn 1 ya. At the end of turn 3, add a random card here for each player. Aduh, mengerikan sih random card ya.
Ant-Man gets a bonus, an ongoing ability to give me a bonus if I have 3 of the cards of the location. I think X-Mansion is the most likely case where I'll be able to have 3 of the cards because it's going to add its own card at the end of turn 3, making that a little bit easier for me.
Musuhnya nggak mainin kartu ya, mungkin nggak punya hero 1 mana. Ini lokasi keduanya keluar, 1, 2, 3 cost card can be berarti harus mainin 4 ke atas ya. Tapi si boardnya nggak ada nih.
I can also play Yondu because I have an extra energy to spend, and I'll toss Yondu over to the right location. and it destroys the top card of my opponent's deck. I did guess correctly where my opponent's going to play, so I got that extra boost for Rocket Raccoon. Yondu destroys Star-Lord. That's a bummer. And Electra
ya itu ngeri juga ya.
Rocket Raccoon I just played.
Oh, ada kartu yang bisa ngedamage juga ternyata ya. Di sini adalah Electra ya. Destroy a random enemy one cost card at this location. Jadi ngebunuh si Rocket Raccoon ya. Berarti Rocket Raccoon adalah satu cost ya. Sama kayaknya si enemy juga satu cost deh.
Fortunate. So third location here is nowhere. When you play a card here, destroy it. So I got very lucky that I got Yondu.
Hoki banget ya. Si Bro hoki banget ya udah mainin di sini Yondu ya. Si Yondu ya. Jadi Yondunya nggak bakal hancur karena dia udah dimainin dulu sebelum nowhere-nya ini muncul gitu. Jadi musuhnya kalau mainin di nowhere malah hancur ya. Gitu. Dan hoki banget sih anjir. Atau mungkin udah disetting.
So it didn't get affected by its trigger. That's huge for me because my opponent may not be able to get a card into nowhere. It's already.
Iya, berarti si musuh cuma bisa harus menang di expansion dan Crimson Cosmos ya. Karena si nowhere udah harusnya udah dimenangin sama si Broad gitu.
Is going to be immediately destroyed. So he's going to have to be pretty crafty to be able to sneak something in there. And I've already got a winning position at that location. So I'm going to play a Koya. Koya says add 2 power to every card in your deck. So every card I draw from now on.
If every card in your deck was to power, mantap ngebuffnya. Di deck ya. Soalnya X Mansion kan bakal keluar dari deck langsung.
Here goes a Koye, giving me +2 power to every card in my deck. My opponent played Rogue. Oh no, Rogue. If she touches somebody,
still
she
ongoing
power.
ability
She's
from
fly
random.
over and touch Ant-Man, stealing his ongoing ability. And now Ant-Man does nothing, and Rogue has Ant-Man's power. And
ada still gitu.
Death is great for me. 12 power is
12 power.
And my opponent flips Hobgoblin. Oh.
Dia hoki ya dapat 12 ya, tapi musuhnya dapat Hobgoblin ya, -8 ya. Your opponent gain control of this. Oh, ini
oh no, it's -8 power, but Hobgoblin flies over to my side of the location, giving me -8 power and taking the last slot at X-Mansion, which is absolutely terrible.
Jadi X-Mansion udah nggak bisa dimenangin sama si
Board. My opponent knows I can't get more than 6 power there. It should be easy for my opponent to be able to come up with enough power to win there. At least I'm winning nowhere right now, but this is a really tough turn. I don't really have anything I can do that's very effective. I can't play any of these cards at the middle location because of its effect. So I could play something to nowhere, but it's going to just do its on reveal and then get immediately destroyed. So Nakia could buff the cards in my hand, but that doesn't help that much. I can't play them anywhere that matters. I'm going to play Brood to the right. It's going to summon Broodlings. They're not played, they're just added, so they don't get affected by triggered effect.
Oke, ini dijelasin ya. Nanti si Brood ini kan si Brood ini ada add to Broodling ya. Jadi si Broodlingnya tuh nggak bakal mati, tapi yang bakal ke destroy adalah si Broodnya ini ya, yang ada di nowhere ini. Tapi yang add-nya itu kayak summon lah kalau di Runeterra ya, gampangannya itu bakal tetap hidup gitu.
Gives me a little bit more power to nowhere in case he does find a way to sneak a card into that location without playing it. So there goes Brood,
langsung hancur, tapi Broodlingnya tidak mati ya.
So that's a way to sneak a card out into nowhere. Nightcrawler can move once a game. Ironheart can buffs 3 of your cards. So actually has a little bit of stronger Nightcrawler now, which is significant because if I hadn't played the Broodlings, then my Yondu would have been defeated by my opponent's Nightcrawler. So this is tough. I could just play Namor this turn, but I think I'm going to play Nakia. It's going to get destroyed, but it's going to buff Namor just that little bit more.
Nakia bakal nge-buff yang ada di tangan ya, si Namor dan si Mr. Sinister harusnya.
To Crimson Cosmos, and I want it to be as strong as it possibly can be. And I'm looking at my board right now, and I'm thinking, I've got nowhere. I feel good about that. My opponent's going to get X-Mansion. That's not great, but I have a big Namor. And I just won a game with a big Namor. I feel like I'm probably going to win this one too. So I'm going to snap. And when you snap, you say to your opponent, I'd like to double the stakes. I feel really, really good about winning this game. So
kita bisa langsung naikin itu ya kayak bukan taruhan sih. Apa sih namanya? Snap cube-nya ya. Jadi next turn tuh bakal langsung naik kedua gitu.
I would like to play for more cubes, and your opponent is thinking, wow, okay, I could retreat.
Itu kayak kita bergertak gitu loh. Ayo, berani nggak lebih banyak cube-nya?
If I stay in, I risk 2. The winner's going to win 2. The loser's going to lose 2. Is that worth it? And they must be very confident. Maybe I should bail, or maybe they're bluffing me and they want me to leave because they have a crappy hand and they want to see me leave now and win at least 1 cube for them. They decided to stay in, so Nightcrawler moves to
maksudnya
nowhere.
stay in ya.
Are winning expansion, and it's not enough to win nowhere. The Kia dies. Iron Man. Oh, well, that's really interesting. Well, 0
Iron Man adalah ngedouble power ya di lokasi tersebut, tapi lokasi tersebut masih 0 ya.
is still 0. So they're not winning it right now, but any card they play there next is going to be humongous. It's going to be very hard for me to deal with. They play Hulk or something, that's going to be 22 power. Namor's not enough to deal with.
Mungkin baru keluar nanti bisa ke double.
Oh no, they snapped also. Well, that's terrible for me because if that just guarantees in my mind that they're going to have some huge card there. Why would you snap if you didn't think you were going to easily overcome my Namor? So yeah, if they snap now, the final cube.
Jadi dia cuma bisa main Namor sama Mr. Sinister ya.
Game double that happens at the end of every game, and once because my opponent just snapped. So in a normal game on the ranked ladder here, I would absolutely retreat. I'm looking at a potential 8 cube loss here if I lose this game.
Jadi musuhnya tadi nge-snap, jadi bakal jadi 8 cube yang bakal dipertaruhkan ya di sini. Nah, biasanya kalau kayak gini, kalau kita udah kalau di main rank ya udah, jadi kita retreat aja ya. Karena kita cuma kalah 2 gitu. Nah, apalagi kalau ntar mah kita lanjut tapi kita kalah malah berkurang 8 ya.
So I'm going to retreat. I'm going to bail out of this game. Now because I'm showing the game off for the first time here, I'll stick it out to show you how this would have gone if I.
Tapi di sini dia lanjut ya karena ingin memperlihatkan ke kita gitu kayak gimana gitu.
Because my opponent just snapped to let me know he's got a great play here on turn 6. Oh, he played 2 cards. He's going to try and go for expansion as well. Rock Slide. That's only 6 power. Doubled. It's not enough to defeat my Namor. Which means that if I had stayed in here for real, I would have won this game. He was a bluff. He was trying to get me to concede so we could win the team.
Jadi musuhnya cuma ngebluff doang ya. Ternyata nggak cukup ya untuk ngalahin si Namor aja gitu. Padahal di sini udah di double si Iron Man. Juga ternyata si Rock Slide ini belum kuat ya. Dan ternyata si efeknya Iron Man ini apa ya? Ongoing ya. Jadi kayak aura gitu lah. Jadi yang penting Iron Man ada di sini. Ketika kita nurunin tuh bakal tetap ke buff gitu ya si locationnya, ke buff double gitu locationnya. Tapi sayangnya musuhnya udah nggak bisa ngalahin dari powernya si Namor sendiri ini ya.
2 cubes instead of having me stay in to win 8. Wow.
Dan ternyata dia bakal menang 8 ini ya, 8 cube ya.
Not what I expected. Rock Slide is not big enough to win that middle location. And because I stayed in, I won 8 cubes because I snapped, my opponent snapped, and the end of game double all add up to the biggest win I could possibly get on the ranked ladder here. 8 full cosmic cubes. That's Marvel Snap.
Kelar ya.
So fast, it's so fun, and we can't wait to see what kind of decks you'll create. So go sign up for the beta today at marvelsnap.com. Thanks for watching. We'll see you online.
Nah, ternyata kalau nggak salah tuh si Marvel Snap itu kemarin tuh live stream 1 jam kayaknya. Nah, ini nih live stream 1 jam. Nah, mungkin kalian kalau pengen melihat lebih dalam, kalian bisa nonton ini nih di sini. Nanti aku tulis videonya, linknya di kolom komentar untuk kalian liatin ya. Kelasnya Valorant ya. Nah, di sini ya, ada ya. Di sini diterangin lepas lagi main sambil ada ngebahas kartu-kartunya di sini kalau nggak salah tuh. Udah ngebahas ini ya apa efek-efeknya gitu. Jadi bagus banget. Jadi kalian bisa lihat sendiri nanti. Nanti aku bakal tulis di linknya di kolom komentar gitu. Oke, sampai di sini aja. Terima kasih yang udah nonton. Jangan lupa untuk di like dan di subscribe yang belum subscribe. Sampai ketemu di video selanjutnya ataupun live stream selanjutnya. Thank you semuanya. Bye-bye.